Okay, what are the benefits of training with resistance bands in the bench press, squat and deadlift? Okay, so a combination of free weights and resistance bands allows athletes to train under special overload conditions designed to strengthen particular weaknesses. So what's different about adding resistance bands? There's a greater mean and peak force produced throughout the whole movement. Acceleration increases above the gravitational rate of 9.81 meters squared. So lots of eccentric force has to be produced to control the downward motion. The larger eccentric force and the shorter transition before accelerating upwards provides central nervous stimulation, which is very similar to plyometric training. And force continues to increase in the later stages of the movement, as opposed to in a normal loaded condition where when we have momentum, the force tends to start to decrease. And as with any type of training, it's important to remember that there can be significant individual variations to the response of the exercise. So, for example, resistance bands can inflict huge stress on tendons and ligaments, so they're not suitable for anyone that's injured or beginners. Since resistance bands stimulate the central nervous system a lot, it's important to probably only include them for 3 to 6 weeks to push you past a plateau. So I've got my resistance bands attached to the barbell. I've still got free weight load on there because I want the majority of the load to come through free weight, with resistance bands only making up sort of 10 to 20% of the total load. So for example, if I've got 100 kilos on the bar, I really only want sort of 10 to 20 kilos of force coming through bands. And the setup is going to be exactly the same. I'm going to squat as if I'm normally squatting. At the bottom of the movement, I'm really forcefully going to try and accelerate as hard as I can. So for an example here, I come under the bar, setup is all exactly the same, lift the weight off, get into a nice strong position, chest nice and high. I'm going to come down, really controlled, and then I'm going to accelerate as hard as I can. And I'm going to do that for sort of 5 or 6 reps, depending on how heavy the bar is. We may go even lower and do 3 reps or so.